Hello, this video is going to go over on how to do an estimate in the pot system. Okay, from our sales type menu we're going to hit pot estimate. Now you can do it with a customer's name or without a customer's name. Let's use a customer. Alright, the computer knows it's an estimate. Now all the basic functions that you've already watched under the inventory basic function section apply here. You can type in any pot number. Now it will not take anything out of inventory. So if I say we want 10, obviously it's not going to touch inventory at all. This is strictly an estimate. Every time you type a pot, it will tell you the on-hand balance. If you type a pot that you do not have in stock, it'll just show you that it's red, but let's just say we want 5 of those. So we can build our estimate. There again, using the same features that you would use on the inventory basic. You can discount it, update any line you want, add freight charges, miscellaneous charges, just about anything you wish to do. Now at this point in time, if I have an estimate for $161, my options are very simple. I can just print it out, and by doing that I can click here. It will now print the estimate, and it'll come up with a message. To exit the estimate, you must either save it or delete it. Do you want to save this estimate, maybe bring it up later, or do you want to just print it out and delete it? Now you also have an option here to email it to the customer. If you click here, this will email this estimate just like the invoice to the customer, and it will say estimate on it. So you have that ability. So let's say we want to save this estimate and maybe give them a week or so to make a decision. So I'm going to hit the save button. The system will default creating in what we call a work in progress. This is something that's being worked on. It's still work in progress. It's going to use the customer's telephone number as the work in progress number. You can change that to whatever you wish. If you wish to put in a PO number or a number that the customer wants to reference, then you would change that here. In this case, I'm creating a work in progress, so I can save this. Now let's save it. Okay. Now if the customer calls back or shows up one day and says, okay, that estimate you gave me, maybe I want to make changes to it, maybe I just want to do it. You would go into work in progress. Everything that you save is going into work in progress. So let's just, if you knew the customer's telephone number, you would type it in and you'd instantaneously bring that estimate up on the screen. If you hit the enter key, it'll give you a lookup, and this is what we're saving in our work in progress. So we're just going to take a look at this. Here's my estimate for Tom Moore. Now when I click on that, we're going to get a screen that's going to ask me a couple of questions. Number one, first question over here is, do I want to convert the estimate to a sale? If I do not want to convert the estimate to a sale, do not convert estimate to sale. Then it'll just bring that estimate up. You can make whatever changes you want and go through the same process again. You can just delete it. If the customer calls, forget about it, I don't want to do anything, then I would want to delete the estimate. If you wanted to add some pots or change some pots on it, re-email it to them or reprint it, we can do that. We also can convert it to an actual sale. Or we also can convert it to an RO. Many times customers will say, well, I want an estimate on these pots, and then at the last minute they'll say, well, what would it cost if I have you do it? And they'll say, okay, you know what, why don't you just do it? If that's the case, you can take this estimate of pots and have it go directly right onto an RO. Let's just convert this to a live sale. The next question over here is, do you want me to just automatically special all the pots that need to be ordered? So I'm going to, if there are 4 or 5 pots that need to be ordered on this estimate, it'll just automatically do it for me. Or if I do not select that, it'll stop for each pot that I do not have in inventory and ask me if I want to order it or not, and I would have to hit F7 to order those pots. Well, we need to order. If we don't have them in stock, we want to order them. So I'm going to click yes, and I'm just going to say put them on my stock order, and I'm going to say process this. It's going to convert it to an actual pot sale. At this particular time, must know who I am. And now it automatically took these 10 out of inventory at this particular time and automatically special ordered this pot right here. Now, if the customer wishes to make any changes to this, I can click on any of these, delete it, change the quantity, add some more pots, but let's just take an example that all he wants us to do is give him what the estimate was. So what we're going to do right now is say, okay, we're going to sell you the pots that we have here. So I'm going to say end of WIP, which means he's taking those 10 pots home, and we're going to get a deposit for the pots that we need to order. My system is set up for 50%. Let's just say we need to get $100. We're going to be collecting $128. We'll just ring it up on a credit card, and we're done. Okay, that's a really quick scenario on how to handle estimates. Have a good day.